Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to my brand new channel, Vagabond Vic. I'm coming to you today from a lovely parking lot of the Flying J in Midland, Texas. I'm on my way to Arizona to a van build party out in the desert in Parker, and I'm so excited. So let me backtrack a minute and introduce myself. I'm Vicki. I am a widow of 3 years, baby boomer. Before my husband got sick several years ago, we had just gotten into tent camping and really liked it, and I was hoping that he would. He was a very refined gentleman who, we were so total opposites. He taught me to like opera. I taught him how to fish. So we were quite the odd couple. But I was hoping that that tent camping experience would be what I call the gateway drug to maybe a small motorhome to travel the United States and see some things. And just shortly before he passed, he said, "Honey, get your little motorhome and go see America." Well, this van I'm driving is kind of my answer to that. A year ago, I bought a 2015 Ford Transit passenger van with a medium roof, and I've kind of sort of fixed it into a camper van, and I'm having a lot of fun. And I figured starting a little YouTube channel would be a way for family and friends to keep up where I'm not telling the same story 20, 30 times. Plus, I have become such a fangirl of so many other YouTubers. Just stumbled upon, this was years ago when my husband was still living. We first started watching Nomadic Fanatic, and it was kind of a fun thing to come home from work in the afternoon and say, "Oh, let's see what Eric is doing today. Let's see where he's at." And then we found several other people that we really liked. Chris and G Travels. He's now the off-grid schoolie. I adore Caravan Carolyn, Destination Open Road, Pandemonium, Lost on Land again, and I just attended my first gathering, which was Lollapalooza at Cedar Hill State Park in North Texas. So that was my first chance to actually get out, and it was kind of scary, kind of stepping outside of my comfort zone just a little bit, get out and not know a soul there before I went. And I went home last week feeling like I had a lot of new friends. I just met some wonderful folks. The old farmer's wife, Barb, thank you for being so kind. A-OK, Vicki Van Gogh. Oh, so many others that I just really enjoyed. Papa Texas. Oh, the fellow on the motorcycle who's riding for the Diabetes Association. I can't believe his name is slipping my mind because he's so impressive. In the Dan van. So, you know, I'm just a big fangirl, and I hang on every word to want to know more about the van lifestyle. I do have a stick and brick home. It's too big for me, and so I'll probably be selling in the next year, regardless of, you know, whether I decide to hang out in a van for a long period of time. But I told the kids a year ago, next January in 2019, this mom is running away from home. I'm gonna close the house, hit the road, and go to the RTR, which is an acronym for the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous out in Quartzsite, Arizona. And from there, hope to meet up with some folks that I can caravan with around the country just a bit and just have an open-ended trip. I've never ever had an open-ended journey. Although I guess you can say life is somewhat an open-ended journey, but just an intentional trip around the country, not knowing where exactly it'll take me. So I've rambled on enough. Let me just tell you quickly, I live in Central Texas area, and so I drove 6 hours yesterday, excuse me, to Midland. I'm planning on spending like 4 days on the road. I don't drive at night, so I like to get somewhere while it's still light and get settled in. Well, a few months ago, I joined Harvest Host, which, if you're not familiar, is a really great idea. It's a big network of farms, wineries, breweries, museums, that you pay one annual fee, and I believe that I paid $59, and then you can stay for free. Once you join, then you get the list of the participating people. You get the list, and so I really used that, the intention of staying at one of those everywhere along the way. Well, the one I was going to stay at in Midland was a petroleum museum, which was really interesting, and there were pretty grounds there. But I was going to be the only one there, and I know a lot of you probably would prefer that. I don't know. I was just a little bit creeped out because I'm new at this, and I had passed this Flying J on the way to that. It's only about maybe 3 miles away, and so I decided I'd rather be where there's a lot of traffic. It's 24 hours. Travelers are always welcome here. That way I could get something to eat, settle in the van. It would probably not be for you if you are really sensitive to noise at night, because it was kind of noisy. But for me, I live in a place where there's trains, so I'm used to trains going by, and I find that kind of like a nice white noise. And I slept really well last night. My van, I've got window covers that pretty much blacks things out. I could hear things, and the company pipes music to the outside. It wasn't unbearably loud or anything, but to me it kind of drowns out sounds of trucks somewhat going in and out. And it wasn't a bad night at all. And I went in this morning and got a big cup of cappuccino, and I'm ready to hit the road. Today I'm going to New Mexico, and I'm planning to stay at a winery. It's a Saturday, and they've told me they have live music that starts at 2:30 in the afternoon, and I think that could be fun. And I'm hoping there's other Harvest Host members there, so that I won't be the only one on the parking lot by myself. But we'll see. And I thank you for watching, and I hope that you can enjoy my journeys, especially all you boomers out there. I know after my husband died, I just stayed in a lot. I've gotten out of shape, fat, and I just think it was time to go outside and play. So I will talk to you later, catch up with you at the winery, if not before. Thanks.